Hi, welcome to the Coffee Chat Show here on Buzzing Pattaya. Joining me today is Martin down here at Maggie M's in Jomtien. How you doing, my man?
Pretty good, thanks.
So, we're here at the new opened club here in Jomtien. But before we talk about that, let's just get to know a bit about you. Where are you from, Martin?
Born in Surrey.
In Surrey?
But not the posh part.
Okay.
Yeah, basically around Croydon area.
In Croydon?
But lived in there, lived in Birmingham,
Yeah.
Essex, Somerset. I was in the army for a little while.
Yeah.
And in America, Mexico.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of travelling, isn't it?
Yeah. 17 years in America, 10 years in Arizona, and then 7 years in California.
Really?
And that's where I met a Mexican girl.
Yeah.
And we have a daughter, born in Monterey, Mexican mother, English father. So we moved down to Mexico.
Right.
Anyway, that's all under the bridge now.
Okay.
But But yeah,
So, when did you first come to Thailand?
first came to Thailand in 2005.
Right. And what did you make of that?
Well, it really had never been on my radar. However, I was working up in London, and I was walking down near where they made the movie with Hugh Grant.
Oh, not in
Holland Park area.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Notting Hill Gate.
Yeah.
And I saw this cracking looking lady walking towards me, and I'm like, I stopped her. I said, "Do you know a good place to have lunch around here? You know, I don't know the area," which was,
Yeah.
But anyway, turns out she was Thai, and she was on a student visa. So she said, "Oh, so over there's good." So I said, "Come and have lunch with me." Okay, so 2 years later,
Wow.
out in Thailand. Yeah.
Wow, that's a hell of a chat, like.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's somebody at lunch from, now you end up in Thailand.
Yeah. I mean, because she said all I did was work. I had my own company in construction, similar to what Glenn does.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I had some big advertising agencies that I worked on and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it was weekends, nights, And she said, "Look, I've got my visa runs out this date. I've got to fly back. Why don't you take a holiday? You're working all the time." So I'm like, okay. 3 weeks out here, I looked around and I thought, what the hell am I doing back in England? But to cut a long story short, I booked a week on Koh Chang. I said, I want to go on an island.
Yeah.
I don't want to go on a busy island.
Yeah.
So fell in love with Koh Chang.
Right.
6 months later, I opened a bar restaurant.
Did you? What, in Koh Chang?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. And I really went out on a limb. I did Mexican food.
And how did that go?
It went well. It went very well. However, it was successful until I made some mistakes
Right.
with women.
Oh, okay, right.
And
We've all been there, done that.
yeah,
Got
so-
a T-shirt, the hat, done it?
yeah. So that was, I walked away from that, but she was happy. I mean, in the end.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
but that was, I love Koh Chang. Still got a lot of friends there.
Yeah.
Still go out there sometimes. But yeah, it was a great experience to do it.
Did you pop over to Koh Kud?
Koh Mac is my favourite.
Is it really? Oh,
Yeah.
see, Koh Kud for me.
I did go to Koh Kud because the reason I went to Koh Mac was my friend has got a big house there, and he has a speedboat. So we would get up in the morning and we'd go over to Koh Kud, only on the beaches that you can get to on a boat, all day in a hammock. Yeah, that was
Oh,
great.
lovely.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
What on earth are you doing here then?
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. There's no gents clubs over there.
That's true. That's
Yeah, until you and Steve get together and decide.
Oh, no, don't encourage Don't encourage him, please.
No.
Stephen, ignore that. Ignore that.
Exactly.
Yeah, there. So you came up, so obviously Koh Chang.
Yeah.
So how did you end up coming up here to Pattaya?
Well, there's many other stops on the way.
Right.
Bangkok.
Okay.
I worked in. I was a manager when they built the river project. Which is I don't know if you remember that.
Vaguely. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a very big project, and I was a manager on that. So I spent time in Bangkok. I had met a girl when I went back to Koh Chang.
Yeah.
From a bar that the Thai couple owned, and I used to play pool with the husband.
Yeah.
Like every night.
Yeah.
And I lived there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so they introduced me to a lady that they knew, and So I ended up in Khon Kaen for a couple of years.
Khon Kaen.
Yes.
Yeah. Been there many times.
Yeah, and then but prior to that, there was Chai Pum as well. Yeah, and Chiang Rai.
Right, so now we're here. We're here now.
Yeah.
Let's try and bolt you down for a couple of days while we make the video.
Right.
So, obviously now you're here in Maggie M in Jomtien. I mean, how did you find that transition from like obviously a huge building project to now working in this industry?
Well, you know, being as I've always had my own companies before, and they're always in building, but you sell yourself anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The quality of the work is number one, but it's also your attitude when you're going out and you're bidding on stuff.
Yeah.
And I worked in California in 17 Mile Drive, which is Pebble Beach Golf Course area. So super, super rich people.
Yeah.
If you're not a personable person, you don't get the work. Even, you know, or it's much harder, even if your quality is very good.
Right, I'm with you.
You know, so I find it very easy to get along with people. I'm also very good at time management, and but I'm very aware in Thailand is a whole different story.
Cool, isn't it just?
Yes. I mean, you flip it completely up.
That was my hardest ever adaptation was to Thai time.
Yeah. But it's the whole cultural thing. You know, you can't raise your voice. You can't wave your arms around.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes you got to learn to keep your mouth shut and just walk away and say, I'll deal with that another day when the time's right.
Yeah.
Whereas in our cultures, we do it right now.
Yeah.
And this is one of the things that I stress to a lot of people. If you're going to come over here and start a business, learn the culture.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, it's the number one thing. You know, if you don't get along with the cashiers or even just one of the girls, if she's like in the hierarchy, kind of stuff, you will not be successful.
Yeah, couldn't agree more.
So I got the respect of the ladies because I stand up for them. If customers are rude, I always tell them, the moment someone does something wrong, you come get me and I'll sort it out. And I've proven that. There was one incident that was, you know, needed really dealing with. And straight away after that, everything's been pretty easy. Never always, but, you know, I mean, you know, there's days you sort of stand there and go, oh, Jesus, do I really need this? You know, but then, you know, a customer will come in that you get on really well with, and you know, your mood changes back. It's, you know, I mean, it's not. Webby makes it sound like a really, you know, which I understand his view, why he says it. We're different characters, although we're actually. I never knew him before he came in here. I didn't know who he was when he came in. I treated him just like anyone else, and he never liked managers. He told me this afterwards.
Yeah.
But he said, that night was the best night I've ever had. He said, and it was because of the way that you dealt with things, you know. So he's become a very good friend of mine. But as he says in his, you know, the video, he calls it prison, you know. But, you know, it's not, it's just how you approach things, and, you know, other than that, it's not a hard job, really.
I think the thing I find the most enjoyable part is it's socialising.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, when customers, they come over and they first time in here, and they come over and they say, and by the end of the evening, they know my name, you know what I mean? And they come over, Martin, you're doing a great job. And I said, look, bottom line is, you come in here, you come in for a reason, you want to be happy. If you're not leaving with a smile on your face, we're not doing our job. You know what I mean? And if we keep that philosophy, it's always going to be someone that, you know, there's if you get 100 people in here, you'll probably get one or two that you will never be able to make them happy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if you understand that, it doesn't get you down.
Yeah.
You know, so that's my my golden rule that I've learned as I've got older is, don't worry about the things you cannot change.
Yeah. And that
waste of time.
That leads just straight into the Thai time thing.
Exactly.
You know, you can say to the girls, I want you here at this time, please be here. And they'll be like an hour late. And I'm like,
yeah. And if it's an hour late, you've done well.
Yeah, at least you're here.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I look at it like if I was running the same club in London
Oh,
You've got to run at 95% of everything. You know what I mean? Here, if you get 65, you're doing damn good. You know what I mean? And you should be happy with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some people won't get that. You know what I mean? Like they think they can run it like they would in London, isn't it? And
so how's Maggie M's going?
going great.
Is it?
Yep.
Pleased with how it's going?
I'm very pleased with how it's going. I wish we could cut a hole in the wall and take over next door. But
Don't encourage Stephen.
oh, I mean, we're going to need it. Believe me. You know, I mean, it's right from the word go. It's been popular. You know, it's a smaller unit. It's narrow, but it's good. It's got a great atmosphere, and a lot of that is to do with the girls. They're happy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The happiness comes because I'm not on them. You know, so it's like a circle. You know, if the girls respect you, I mean, yes, there's certain rules that we're supposed to abide by, but I know we're not going to hit that every time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there's no point in getting mad about it because it just upsets everything. You know what I mean? So what I do is I let actually Poppy do the dirty work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, and then I'll hold usually a meeting with the girls once a month, and it's very low key. I make it fun, you know. Like I joke around with Poppy, and you know, but the girls actually appreciate what I do. I mean, some people are gonna go, no, they don't. You know what I mean? I know, but they actually they show in a lot of ways. You know what I mean? They're very. They're happy here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
if the girls are happy, customers are happy. You know what I mean?
What time do you open?
1 o'clock.
And close at
Midnight.
So 1 till midnight, and that's 7 days a week.
7 days a week.
7 days a week. So when you get some time to relax, how do you relax?
I play pool.
Do you?
Yeah.
Are you good?
I'm not bad.
We'll have to have a canoe. I didn't hear you pool play.
Yeah. I mean, I've done the Monday night league. I played for Jimmy's restaurant the first time. Then this season on the Thursday night, finished a couple of weeks ago, and I played for Lion of Peckham, and we finished in our division. We finished, we won our division, but we lost in the semi-final.
Yeah.
JB Pool House. I mean, they're just, doesn't matter what league it is, Monday, Thursday, Wednesday, you're not going to beat them.
Yeah, well, they got the professional type there.
Yeah, and the Filipino. I mean, well, they've got a couple of professionals on there.
Yeah. I played in this one.
Yeah. I did something that I've never done before. The guy broke and ran down to his last ball, but he got a little bit out of shape, and he was going for the centre pocket, and he just caught the edge, and it didn't go in. So then I ran down 6 balls, and I'm like, I've got this guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I got out of shape by about that much, and I know I'm going to cut the ball in there, and I'll come back, but I've got to just get the right speed. And I lost focus, and when I made that ball, I lined up and I hit his ball in.
Wow.
And I left the cue ball right
where you wanted it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And everyone was just like in shock.
Yeah.
And of course they're going foul. And I'm like, how's that?
Yeah.
How's that?
Just that moment.
Oh, yeah. So but I love the game.
Oh.
And I've got a story, but probably not for today, but how I got to meet someone pretty famous in America. And ended up being in a partnership with him in the pool place.
Oh, brilliant. Well, you're going to come up buzzing and have a game. Come and have a game.
Yeah, I mean, I love to play, but yeah, I think this Thursday they're going to start a new Thursday night league. But it's just, it's with Jomtien area, Rumhole, and Valhalla, JB, they're in that.
There you go, guys. If you need any advice about pool, come and see mine, and across the road, give you a game.
Yeah, I mean, when we do expand into the next door, we'll have a pool table.
Okay, there you are. Yeah. Right, I've got one last question for you. It's been great talking to you. Thank you for sharing your story here.
Yeah.
One last question for you. I've got a guy who's never been to Thailand before.
Right.
So he's just literally going to get off the airplane, come in there, and say, right, put your bags down there, come and sit next to mine. What would be your one piece of advice to give that person?
One piece of advice?
Yeah. To get that. Never been here before.
Never been here before. I would say, I mean, obviously, wherever they go, if they're going to come to Pattaya, they're interested in ladies.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah, so you've got to learn to say no. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got that.
Like you've got to understand what is your spending capacity and stick to it.
Good advice, sir. Yeah. Good advice, because I mean, I've seen it myself, and pressure from the girls that, oh, my friend hasn't had a drink, can you get her one? And all these other things.
Don't worry about them because they've heard it 1,000 times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so, just stick to your guns and be polite.
There we are. Couldn't ask for any more straightforward advice than that. Martin, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much indeed.
All right.
Guys, down here at Maggie M's in Jomtien, so I'll put a linked pin drop down to the map. It's very easy to find. Literally come down Pattaya Road. When you turn right, it's go down towards the beach. It's just on the left-hand side, about 50 metres up on the left-hand side there. You can't miss it. 1 o'clock till midnight. Don't forget, guys, 7 days a week. There's quite a few girls here, so I'll showcase that for you. And come down. Come and celebrate.
Free shots every day.
Yeah, free shots, etc. Aircon. Yeah, it's all good. All good. Right, well, that's it today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. As always, please remember, hit the subscribe button and also the bell icon if you'd like to be notified when I bring out a new video. If you haven't already, join up for our newsletter. Just send me an email, 247pattaya@gmail.com, and just put the title newsletter, and we'll subscribe you onto that for you. It comes out once a month, every month, full of information. If you haven't already, check out Instagram. Instagram's all about nightlife, about the bars and the clubs and the girls here. So have a look on Instagram account. And likewise, TikTok is all about bars, about beaches, restaurants, hotels, tourist attractions, viewpoints, things like that. So have a look on that, guys. And if you haven't already, jump on our Discord. There's over 20,000 members in Discord. So jump in there, guys. Totally free platform, lots of advice. And there's also the Maggie Mays room in here, so you can connect up with Martin as well and see what's going on. All right, that's it from me. That's it from Martin. Thank you very much, Steve, for watching, guys. And please, as always, wherever you're in the world, stay safe.